Hello, East Eagles. Today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and I have a special book that I'm going to read to you that tells you all about this day. The title of this book is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and the author is Lisa Harrington. A great leader. Martin Luther King Jr. was an important leader. He wanted all people to be treated fairly. He worked to improve the lives of African Americans. These students are marching in a parade to honor Martin Luther King Jr. On the third Monday in January, we celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It is a day to remember how Dr. King worked to make the world a better place. The date of the Martin Luther King Jr. Day changes every year, but it is always celebrated around King's birthday on January 15th. How it began. Many Americans saw Dr. King as a hero. They wanted to honor him. In 1983, Martin Luther King Jr. Day was made a holiday. It first took place in 1986. President Ronald Reagan made Martin Luther King Jr. Day an official holiday. Dr. King was born in Georgia in 1929. When he was growing up, black people in the South did not have the same rights as white people. They could not go to the same schools. They had to use different restrooms and water fountains. Here's a fast fact. Dr. King never forgot what his mother told him when he was a boy. You are as good as anyone. Dr. King spent his life helping others. Like his father and grandfather, he became a minister. Dr. King and his wife, Coretta Scott, had 4 children. Dr. King wanted a better life for his kids. Here's a fast fact. Dr. King was very smart. He skipped 2 grades in high school and started college when he was just 15. Dr. King believed all people should have the same freedoms. In the 1950s and 1960s, he worked hard to change unfair laws. He used peaceful ways. Dr. King led marches. He also gave powerful speeches. Dr. King led many marches to try to change unfair laws. In Montgomery, Alabama, African Americans had to sit in the back of the bus. In 1955, Dr. King helped put together a plan. African Americans would stop riding buses. The bus companies lost a lot of money. About 1 year later, the law was changed. Dr. King rode a Montgomery bus soon after the law was changed. In 1963, Dr. King led a big march in Washington, D.C. There he gave his famous "I Have a Dream" speech. In the speech, he said, "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." Here's a fast fact. Dr. King gave his speech at the foot of the Lincoln Memorial. Abraham Lincoln was the president who put an end to slavery in the United States. Dr. King's hard work made a difference. New laws that protected civil rights were passed. These laws made sure that all Americans are treated equally. In this picture, children of all races can now attend the same schools. Here's a fast fact. The Nobel Peace Prize is an important award. Each year, it is given to someone who works for peace. In 1964, Dr. King received the award for his civil rights work. Honoring Dr. King's dream. Today we honor Dr. King in many ways. Children learn about the civil rights leader in school. They do projects that celebrate his life and work. These students are giving a report on Martin Luther King Jr. Many people consider Martin Luther King Jr. Day on instead of a day off. Some kids do volunteer work. Some clean up parks. Others help the homeless. Like Dr. King, they want to make the world a better place. These students are creating a community garden to improve their neighborhood. In 2011, the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial opened in Washington, D.C. Many people visit it on this special holiday to celebrate the life of this great leader. Here's a fast fact. The King Memorial is located near where he gave his I Have a Dream speech. If you're interested in checking out this book, in the back of the book, you can make your own Make a Dream display, and there are instructions and tell you what you need to use to make it, and some other important information in the back of the book.